Hey there, fellow campers, and welcome to our very abbreviated campsite review on the surreal and incredible Elephant Sands on the Ngata-Tukasani Road in central eastern Botswana. Before I go through my usual review points, I have to say that this was undoubtedly one of the most surreal camping experiences ever. The camp dog's best friend is the fattest banded mongoose I've ever seen. Instead of monkeys, campsites were raided by horses, and our traveling companions were all shook up by a passing elephant. It was the most fabulous experience, and we can't wait to return for another unreal adventure. To cover all that happened would make for a very long video, so here's the basics. It's tar the entire way to the turnoff to the entrance, whether you're coming from the north or the south, albeit the road between Francistown and Ngata is not great at all, so just take it easy. Once at their entrance, stick to the left-hand side road, especially if you don't have a 4x4. The parallel road to the right has some softer sand patches, which a 4x4 will easily negotiate. As you head towards the campsite, know that there's every chance that an elephant may cross the road. There are two soft spots of sand, one just before reception and one just past reception. If you're not in a 4x4, just keep up the momentum and you'll sail through these very short stretches. Campsites are on seasonal grass in a large open area with no shade trees. Now there is no electricity, but having no shade trees will mean maximum exposure for your solar panels. The sites around the periphery of the campsite have a small roofed structure for shade, a brick braai and a dustbin. The ones to the right-hand side as you drive in are the most popular, as they have an unobstructed view of the waterhole where the elephants congregate. However, this means you're also closest to, let's call it the natural fragrance of the elephants and their quite substantial poop. For those on the other side of the campsite, you're still likely to have elephants walking through the area and passing close to you. The campsite is suitable for all types of camping. 2x4s can access the campsite, but by far, off-road setups predominate. This is an off-grid campsite, so bring lighting for your campsite and a torch to walk to the bathrooms and the viewing veranda at night. There are two shared communal ablutions. These are fairly basic with hot water from gas geysers, although out of the 8 showers taken between our party during our trip, only once did somebody manage to snag any hot water. The bathrooms at the front of the campsite are under roof, while the ones at the back are open to the sky. In the central area, there is a scullery boma with cold water only for washing dishes. It is enclosed with a concrete wall and a studded concrete surround to discourage the elephants from ripping up the water pipes. The entertainment area encompasses the viewing veranda, reception, a bar and restaurant, where breakfast, lunch and dinner is offered. But in busy times, you will need to reserve your table. There is an outdoor swimming pool for those hotter days, but the staff have their hands full keeping the elephants away. There's really only one activity here, and that's finding a chair on the veranda, ordering a nice cold drink, and watching the antics of the elephants that are little more than a few meters away. They stomp in the mud, push and shove each other, scream at each other, and do that fabulous deep rumble that always makes me smile. There is no campsite fencing of any kind, so elephants, horses, the dog, the mongoose are all likely to drop by and say hi. The bar area offers free Wi-Fi, but it was very slow and difficult to use. Maybe because the campsite was full to overflowing and so many visitors were trying to do lives to their social media. To be honest, we spent very few minutes checking urgent emails. The rest of the time, the elephants are the main attraction. The horses are all rescues and are not always wandering around the campsite, but because of the drought conditions, they were let out to forage during our time there. For those not wishing to camp, there are ensuite safari tents entirely off-grid. Elephant Sands is an experience. It's for people who love those great grey beasts, don't mind the smell, are self-sufficient in terms of power, and are happy to have ablutions and facilities that are rustic and basic. It's a place for nature lovers. Watch the crows, the raptors and the birds foraging for food. Be fascinated by huge ant colonies scurrying around. See staff giving water to a previously injured elephant. and be entertained by the mongoose following the dog about all day. Some pointers: take your own drinking water, and we used our own smaller braais. If you do use their brick braai, have your own stand-in grid. Grass-friendly ground sheets help to keep the sand out of our van. We are privileged to have a great solar system, so we were able to run our ice machine and our aircon, but it can be very hot in summer. Water availability for the elephants will affect your experience. In times of drought where food and water is in short supply, the elephants are likely to be under stress and more short-tempered. So many really weird things happened in our short time at Elephant Sands, and we can't wait for a repeat. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you for your time. Stay safe, be well, and I hope to catch you in a campsite sometime.